for this really bursty lineup of the Lancelot and then the Sicilian. Ooh, lots of highs. They want to go for the Lunox. I don't know. I feel like they need a bit of that. I think a Lilia would be better than a Lunox. They need something to be able to control the team fights, and the reason why I suggested Lilia is because Lilia is someone that can provide the AoE damage. If you look at the side of Belletron, they are looking for team fights. They are looking for this huge team fights, especially with the Atlas, the Asmorda. You know, you've got the Lancelot getting picked up, you got the Jawhead. So what Lilia brings to the table is the fact that they can actually set up this AoE. You can, you know, force Belletron Battle Angels to come against you, and I think that is a really big factor for them. If they picked up the Lilia, I think they can control a lot of these team fights. Make sure that Belletron Battle Angels, they have to walk right all of these magical damage that Lilia can set, and that allows them to take the fight back into the control. Make sure that Belletron Battle Angels can't just run at them with all these huge CCs that they have. You know, you are looking at a really scary lineup coming for Belletron Battle Angels, and without the Lilia, you don't have that magic shockwave. You can't set up with the Angry Gloom, and I think that's just my personal opinion, would be a really good pick. But hey, it is what it is, and we are going into the second game between Belletron Battle Angels and lots of highs. Once again, a big shout out
to Mobile Legends.
our partners and sponsors, Dreamcore, Yahoo, and Super Solid, for helping us out on the FSL. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. But now let's start game 2 right away. Ryan, once again, just gonna hold the lane for the rest of the teammates as they are pushing down mid. You see a bit of aggression coming out on their Jawhead. And we know how this would go down. This feels like a revenge matchup for the Jawhead, because the first game, I believe it was Vinny that was playing this Jawhead, and she was constantly getting bullied. She was playing the Xbox and she was constantly getting bullied. So I'm trying to see a revenge matchup coming out. Meanwhile, top lane, like I said, Venom. I really feel bad for this Uranus, because what's gonna happen is this Uranus isn't able to be to split push and apply pressure effectively as compared to the previous matchup. Because if you look at the matchup that we have right here, Asmod is just gonna eat right through the shield, the starter's dance, and you know, it's just so tough for this Uranus. And you know, as a Uranus player, you generally want to split push, and that gives the team a bit of space and map control on one of the lanes that the lane immediately won. But because the Asmodee pick was there, I think that's gonna be super tough for Matcha to do that. So I think Belletron Battle Angels, they kind of saw this coming up. They try to go for the gang, lot of highs. They landed Tyrant's Revenge, but you know, Venom, she's just gonna run right out there, uses the Purify. TP right back to base. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're trying to do the same thing on the opposite end. Vinny tries to get out, but the puncture comes out from Ash, and that's gonna be quite a pain in the neck for lots of highs. That is also the first blood going in the way of Belletron Battle Angels. They're just gonna push out the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top side, lots of highs trying to do their best to capitalize on the fact that Venom went back to base. But is that enough though? Here comes Pixie and the rest of Belletron Battle Angels. They are on the charge right now. They catch two Fatal Links right onto the Uranus. They get the kill there, and they might even get Rion. The Sanguine Claws will stun it up. A triple kill for the Lancelot. Nearly goes down with a slither of health. But Belletron, no No funny business here, and they are ahead by 3k within the first 3 minutes of the game. They also walk away with the red buff. Good invade coming in. This means that Ash doesn't really have to go back. The ceiling creep will also ensure that he comes back to, or rather she comes back to full health. Good lane management coming up from Belletron. Battle Angels. Well, we do see perfect match coming up from Vivian. Sets up the stun, manages to get two. Oh, and Gimme immediately bursted into pieces. And the Kufa will fall alongside her. Vivian, a perfect link into the Atlas, for the Atlas, into the Fatal Links right there. Catching out two man. I think it was a crew for the catch up, but she managed to land it right on top onto Makini. And that was as good as an ultimate you could ask for. Pretty sure we will be seeing that a lot more often in this match. Meanwhile, top lane, Venom. Oh, the burst damage from the Lunox, those kills and sword shots. Boy oh boy, Angel Jermaine not really happy that their top lane is getting bullied. And they're gonna have to do this a lot more often just to ensure that Uranus stays in this game. If not, this one is just gonna run all over Matcha. In the meantime, we do see Belletron, Battle Angels securing the middle turret, and they're coming up just to defend against this push. Once again, another Fatal Links, another puncture coming up for the Lancelot, and that's gonna allow them to secure the kill onto the Krufa. Vivian nearly goes down, but stays alive. Jawhead split pushing onto the bottom end. Smart missiles to clear the waves really quickly. And Belletron, Battle Angels will secure their second turret of the game. The third one comes shortly after, with Gami securing yet another objective. Danny in a lot of trouble as well. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of skirmish in the jungle. Mechanic going down for the third time in a row. That isn't really good for lots of Heist. They're counting a lot on this Kimi, especially in the early game, to control the aggression coming up from Bigatron, or the Belletron. Sorry, Bigatron is the male division, Belletron is the female division. But hey, we're all family, so makes up the team. Vivian will pick up a bit of damage coming from Matcha. Don't play too much of trouble. They're still trying to secure this red buff with this invade. Oh, they get the toss, the injector onto the Lunox, forced to use the Holy State really early, and look at that, the puncture coming up from the Lancelot, setting up for a lot of these fights right underneath the turret. They get the double kill, and not only that, they want to go for one more. They get the Fatal Links, but there isn't a follow-up. The perfect match will run out, and Vivian will go down. And while Ash and Venom, they don't care. All they want is turrets. And look at that, look at the contrast between these two teams. 6 minutes, 40 seconds, and 7k goalie for Belletron. Battle Angels, they've got 4 turrets under them. They did lose their top turret, but they have won most of these fights between these two teams. And what can I say? Belletron, Battle Angels just not giving up any part of this map to a lot of Heist, which makes it really tough because Kimi does need a lot of farm. She decided to go for the magic route, so she does need that glowing wall really soon. I would assume that she's trying to build into something for late game. Late in this match will come up. Meaning getting take out has immortality, but we'll go down for a second time really quickly there. Bad Fist immediately lands on top. Venom also doing a good job at isolating members away from the bottom lane so they can secure the tier 2 turret really easily. They're gonna follow suit into the middle of this lane, and that's the outer turrets all gone. Vivian with the Fatal Links, it's 3-man catch out. They get the injector toss over Kufra out of the base, and that is Belletron. Battle Angels 12-2. They also get this tier 3 in the middle as a reward for that. Vivian just going hand she was playing the Selena in the previous matchup, and she was the catalyst for Belletron Battle Angels, and now in game 2 she's doing the same thing in a different role. She's still putting out the same performances. And I don't care what the game says, even if the game gives someone else the lady of the match or man of the match, as the official term is, I still think that, you know, Vivian is the man of the match. She has to be. She's set up a lot of these team fights for her teammates, setting up a lot of. Look at that! Ash with the power immediately taking out the Lunox, and now the whole Lords of Heist is in a lot of trouble. The unstoppable force coming out from Gummy can get another ejector toss onto the Kufra, and I feel like this is a GG. Just 9 minutes, and Belletron Battle Angels already 1 foot in. But I'll make it official. 5-man down, and wow, a quicker game than the first one. Angel Germany, Jamay trying to delay this game, but how long can she do that for? The base already down to quarter of HP. It's kind of like a 4v3 at this point in time, but still, Belletron Battle Angel still going in. Last Insanity, not being able to do much right there. Vivian might just go down right here. Yes, she does. And as much as I said made it official, well, Lords of Heist, they managed to buy themselves one more team fight. Look at that, all the battle spells almost used up on both sides and the previous engagement. And well, except for Vivian and Pixie, who had their flicker on cooldown. Well, Pixie didn't really have to use a flicker because she was playing really safely with the Sicilian. Keeping a distance, doesn't really want to be in range of any of Lords of Heist skills. Did a pretty good job of making sure that she has that perfect record 7-0. Look at that with the bad space. The ejector will come in. Didn't really need the ejector. She uses the unstoppable force. Taunt Rose coming up from Ash. Meanwhile, middle of the lane, I believe that was kind of a risky engagement of Belletron Battle Angels, but they did manage to walk away with Uranus. Not too sure if that's the fight that they were looking for. They could have just gone for one of the turrets, honestly. But you know, they're just so far ahead. Even if they lose a couple of members underneath the base of Belletron Battle Angels, I don't think it's that much of a big deal because they are 12k ahead. Yes, the lead will start to dwindle down, you know, whether it will reduce its significance once the game drags on, but in this point of time, I mean, there's just still so much room for growth on both ends. Even for Belletron, if you look at items that they have, they've only got what, 2 to 3 items, 2 to 3 complete items from most of their teammates. I mean, Lancelot obviously the furthest with the jungle items completed. You know, God for Blade Despair and the Endless Battle, same things goes for the Jawhead. But more importantly, they are almost 1 whole item ahead compared to Lords of Heist, and that is a lot of trouble for them, making it goes down again. 0-5, a nightmare of a game for the Kimi. She's had a rough game, honestly. She's been the target for a lot of these team fights, and why not? You know, the moment you take out Kimi, it's really easy for Belletron Battle Angels to control these team fights because you genuinely want the Kimi to be alive. That's the early game parameters that you have, and the fact that she's gone down 5 times, even if this game drags on, the effectiveness of the Kimi just goes up. As personally as a player, you don't want to die too many times with a Kimi on the game. That's something that I can admit. Now we got Bigatron, or the Belletron Battle Angels once again putting a lot of pressure underneath the turret. They just get 3 kills so easily, just like that. A triple kill for the Jawhead. And Ryan coming out, but look at that, another comes in, another ejector tosses the Kufra out, and I'm pretty sure this time round it's gonna be GG. They're just trying to isolate, making it away. They're clearing up the waves. Pixie doing her best, using the Bat's impact. And they're just gonna have to wait once again for another wave. Oh, the toss! Oh, I thought Pixie was gonna go down there, but she's in a lot of trouble. Manages to negotiate her way out with that small little gap between the 2 turrets. I think Gayami there is trying to make sure that Pixie has that that 7 and 1, but Pixie used the flicker there. A little bit of a banter between teammates, I gotta say, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't have a little bit too much fun. Gami isolating away lots of Heist, but here we go, another team fight happening. Lots of Heist can win a team fight here, that might be good. And Belletron Battle Angels, they might just pay
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
the arrogance that they have right now. Vivian. Right on with the Tyrant's Revenge coming in. Lunox has to make the way out there and making it once again going down. Like I said, a nightmare of a game for her. Venom with the Stardust does, just shredding away at all the shield that's being generated by the Krufra and Matcha. Ejector just gonna stun, lock the Uranus down in place. Pixie on the chase, Sanguine Claw is gonna miss, but Belletron Battle Angels, they don't care. They're way too far ahead. And I think they're just gonna secure a little bit more of the game, you know. They're having a little bit too much fun at this point in time, and they know that. They just want to secure the game right now. They get the tier 3 turret at the top. Once again, they don't want to go for the lot. They just want to end the game right here, right now. Venny trying to delay a bit of time. Ejected to lock the Xbox in place. Immortality getting burnt out. Magic Glaive coming up from Lunox, but she instantly goes down. She just came out, mind you. Sanguine Claws gonna stun up the Xbox. One more hit should do the trick, but the game is up. Belletron Battle Angels are your first semi-finalists.
Victory!